Good afternoon and welcome to More Meets the Eye. I'm your host, Blind Prime. And yeah, I've been not making videos this week, and it's partly been because my mother's been in the hospital and I've been worried about her. So she's getting out today, everything is fine, and she's healing up nicely. So positivity there. Now, my mind's clear enough where I can actually think about these things and discuss this. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to talk to you today about something that I got over the Christmas break from one of my subscribers, CCSS. He is amazing. One of my subscribers keeps sending me things, keeps bringing me things that he thinks would look really cool on my YouTube channel, and normally they do. So thank you so much to CCS's for this wonderful present that you gave me during the Christmas holiday. I'm bringing it to you today because, well, I've been meaning to make this video for a little while, and I just kept forgetting to pull him off the counter. He looked so nice up there, pushing around his little cart. Funny story about him. I have, see, they labeled this as a 1/12 scale shopping cart, but it's actually more on the 1/10 scale line. And I have Faker here from He-Man Resurrection. That was a really nice toy line, and Faker here is really good. I do like this Faker a lot. But I have him pushing the shopping cart, and then there's a mask. Is the sword, um, and his shield, and some candy, and a little box filled with stuff. I've got another box actually balanced on the cart below for the bottom area, though this shopping cart does not have a bottom shelf, by the way. But if you do find a little box big enough, it can stretch across and look really nice under there, like a fully loaded shopping cart. So I had him sitting on the counter. My dad came over one day and he's like, what is he doing? Buying his sword and shield? And I went, yeah, Dad. Faker here is a cosplayer. Like, he pretends to be He-Man. He cosplays as He-Man. He's got to get his cosplay materials from somewhere, right? And they found that a little funny, and I found it a little funny. I figured I'd share it with y'all. This was a lot of fun, and I do highly recommend this to anyone making a little bit of a diorama. Maybe you got a street side diorama or something you want to do for some apocalyptic time with your 1/10 scale figures. You can have this shopping cart flipped over sideways, or have somebody decked out in some gear pushing a shopping cart filled with ammunition and stuff through a wasteland. You can do a lot with the shopping cart. You can get a few of these and put them together for a battle in the Walmart parking lot or something like that. That the sky's the limit with these guys, and they're really good. And there's a few cool things about them that I'm going to explain to you today. But before we go into that, if you like what you see here, and this is your first time discovering me, hi, I'm Blind Prime, and I raise awareness for the blind and the visually impaired through alternative means and methods. And this is including, but not limited to, action figure accessories like this 1/10 scale shopping cart. I also created this channel to assist those individuals who are already visually impaired and blind handle some of the mental fatigue that occurs whenever you do go blind later in life. You lose that vision, you're going to have a lot of things you miss. And my one of the points of my channel is to introduce to you things that you can play with, things that you can handle that may be able to fill some of those gaps in your life that you now have due to the fact you lost your vision. For instance, I was addicted to video games. I loved the hell out of some Minecraft. Once I went blind, no more Minecraft for Blind Prime. What does Blind Prime do in that case? He plays with Legos and he starts doing other things and trying to figure out. I just started trying to figure out how I was going to, you know, fix my depression that I experienced, and these are the tips and the tricks that helped me. So I'm bringing them to you because I'm not sure, but maybe they will help you. And if they help you, then that's amazing. And I've told people in the past, if I can help one person a day, this channel's a success. If I can help one person a week, this channel's a success. If I can help one person in a year, this channel is a success, because this channel is to help people. It's to help raise awareness for those of us who have lost our vision, and it's to help those of us who have lost our vision conquer the depression. And that's what we're all about here, conquering depression. Because screw depression. I fight it. And I use these things like this 1/10 scale shopping cart to fight depression. It's odd, but it works. It works for me, and maybe it'll work for you. You know, everyone's different though, so I understand if it doesn't work for you. It doesn't work for everybody. But to those of you who it does work for, I'm here for you. And to those of you who are learning more about the blind and have questions about the blind and the visually impaired, always, I am up for any question. By the way, I can hear everything that's typed in the comments because there are text reader softwares out there. There's a plethora of text reading software out there. You know, back in the 90s and the early 2000s, it was a little bit text reading software. You know, it was usually just JAWS. And another one I'm forgetting right now. And then there was ZoomText, but ZoomText didn't read you. JAWS was the big guy. And nowadays, there's a lot. You have a lot of options, and that's the cool thing about the future and being blind in the future is you got options now, and you got a lot more accessibility options than you ever did in the past. So let me know in the comments below, if you want me to talk about stuff like that, or bring things up, ask me questions. I'm here. I'm here to help. I'm here to fight, non-awareness. I'm here to fight ignorance with knowledge. So you got a question you need to ask me. Anyway, let's get to this 1/10 scale shopping cart. I've got Faker pushing it because the handle for this was perfect for his hands, but it's definitely 1/10 scale. It just works. It's like I walked over to, I went over to Walmart one day and sat there in front of a shopping cart to try and figure out, is this a 1/10 or 1/12 scale shopping cart? And I had to double check. Oh, nuts. Always knocking things over here on Blind Prime, I swear to you. Just put clip jumper back. There you go, clip jumper. Now, Faker, don't you fall forwards. There you go. Lean back just a bit. Lower your arms. There you are. That's a good Faker. Okay, let's talk about this shopping cart in full. First off, let's go ahead and remove Faker's sword. And we'll get this candy out of there. We'll get this shield out of there. We've got this little box that I usually use for the forklift, which, by the way, the WWE forklift is an amazing 1/12 scale vehicle, and I do highly recommend it. I've got another box that I put on the forklift for the diorama that I was utilizing for this, and then there's a thing of beads in the shopping cart. And I just wanted to show that the shopping cart can actually hold a lot of stuff. It holds a decent amount of things. If you were to buy the NECA 1/10 scale Terminator 2 Terminator, the Arnie one, the T100, he comes with a lot of weapons and accessories and stuff, and you could put them all in this shopping cart. We already tried with the T100 that my roommate has, but he put that back on the shelf. But it does hold all of the stuff that the T100 had, so that's fun. You could have him shopping for his destructive power. So a little bit about this shopping cart. The weave is not as thick as the weave that you get in normal shopping carts. These are very wide. There's big, wide gaps between all of this, and there's not as many of these. I don't know what you would call the wire in a weave, but there's not as many as in normal shopping carts. So these little squares would be a lot thick, a lot closer together, and there would be a lot more metal in this thing. But this thing, they tried to make a shopping cart, but also go as cheap as possible when it came to how much metal they utilized in it. Though they used the right amount, in my opinion, because this thing holds up and it's got some weight to it. This is metal. Like, this is good stuff. This is cool. The back of the shopping cart opens up like normal shopping carts so that you can shove a bunch of shopping carts in to one another, and that's really cool. So if you get multiples of the shopping carts, you can have them all squeezed together for ease of storage. Really neat. The shopping cart originally came with a box on the side that had some marshmallow candies and some jelly beans in it, but I've already eaten those, so there's no more box to go in there. And also, I didn't like that box, so I just got rid of it. And then it also has a child seat that folds out, which is really cool. I do like the fact that there is an articulated folding out child seat, but they didn't cut the holes for the children's legs. So here I'll explain to you what to do. You can use your fingers to figure out where it needs to be cut. And you would cut it right above the seat or right at where the seat's at. And you would make sure you don't cut too low because you want it to be, it's welded or soldered to this other horizontal bar. These vertical bars on the back of the shopping cart are all soldered to a horizontal bar that's right below the seat, or right at where the seat's at. Like the seat's directly attached to this horizontal bar. So you don't want to go below that bar. But I know we're raising the bar here, but we're also removing some bars here. Uh, anyway, what you want to do is you want to cut above that seat and right below this top bar, uh, where the entire assembly for the back of the shopping cart uses that bar to move up and down. Hey, don't get you caught, you nuts. It got a little caught. It likes to wiggle back and forth on that bar, so you gotta move it just a little bit, or wire. Come on, there it goes. There it goes. Yeah. Hey, hey, hey. The little sticky. Come on. There it goes. Ah, excellent. It fell in right. And that's just like normal shopping carts. Sometimes that piece gets a little out of whack and you have to work at it before going shopping. So what was I? Yeah, right here. Okay. They didn't leave these wires blank so that you could put a child's legs through them, like in normal shopping carts. And I'll explain to you which ones to cut. No matter direction you go, you're going to be cutting the same wires. So if you start from the right and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if you start from the left and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 2 and the 5 are going to be the ones you cut. You don't want to cut the 1, you don't want to cut the 3, you don't want to cut the 4, and you don't want to cut the 6. You only want to cut the 2 and the 5. And no matter which direction you go at it, the 2 and the 5 are always going to be in the same positions. They're just going to switch numbers. So, and you want to cut right above the seat and right below this horizontal bar that goes across the top. And that should do it for you so that you can have a normalized shopping cart. Whereas the normal as this shopping cart would get, being 1/10 scale and not having as much metal in it as it normally would have. More things to talk about the shopping cart with the positives. It's got rolling wheels, but a negative, the front wheels are not on casters. They've just been soldered directly into the frame of these shopping cart, which would make this shopping cart very annoying to push around aisles. Then again, I don't know which is better, a shopping cart without wheels that constantly spin around and annoy you, or a shopping cart with wheels that constantly spin around and annoy you. Half dozen in one hand, 6 in the other, I think. Now, there's not much more to say about this shopping cart, honestly. The wiring's good, solid stuff. This handle is the perfect dimension, the perfect diameter for the 1/10 scale action figures to hold and grip it tightly. The wires here on the sides are a little thinner, and it will be loose in the figure's hand if they were to grab those. But not by much, honestly. Not by much at all. Now on the front, there is like that little square of plastic that you have on the front of shopping carts. This one has it too. I think this one says Merry Christmas or some Happy Holidays or what have you. But it is a nice flat area that's clean, and you can put a sticker there if you want. So you print out whatever sticker you have for the shopping complex that your diorama is set up in, and you can set it right there on that thing. And this is an excellent, excellent little addition to anyone's diorama collection. If you're doing, like I said, a street scene or a shopping scene or anything like that, this is just really fun. It's a good shopping cart. And oh, there's one more negative to it. It doesn't have an actual shelf on the underside of the shopping cart, but where you would normally put your cat food and stuff, or when you were a young child, you would try to squeeze under there and just lay on it and play superhero as your parents are pushing the shopping cart around the store and you're just flying underneath it. Those were always fun days. So let's do one thing that I think is really fun about this shopping cart. We can have Faker here do a Hulk throw, and then I'm going to leave it at that. So let's pick his arms up straight in the air, and for this Hulk throw, you're going to want to put one of his arms into the vertical bar above the rear wheel of the shopping cart. Actually, that was too far up. We want it down here, closer to the bottom, because of weight distribution, and I'll explain that in a second. Get his thumb over the edge there. Good. Now for the other hand, we're going to go to the very front of the shopping cart between the two front wheels, and we're going to go to that horizontal bar and rotate his hand around so that he can grab it there. What we're doing here is trying to get a little more tension between these 2 points. Now that you have those, you're going to raise him up just a bit. You're going to raise him up. Come on, hands. Get up there and flip this shopping cart just a bit more. Okay, come on. Come on, rotate around. That stupid elbow isn't working. There it goes. Okay, here we go. And grab it. Come on, grab it. Grab it. There it goes. Great. Now, let's get you back spent just a bit. Now, I've done this before, No, 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 no. Don't fall forwards. You're not supposed to fall forwards, you stupid thing. You're supposed to just come back just a bit more. Okay? Come on. Ah, there it goes. Excellent. And move forward there. Squeeze those legs together slightly. Because this figure can do it, and he's really cool that it can. Oh, no. Too far back. Too far forwards. Come on. There it is. Excellent. We've done it. He's balanced. He's about to throw a shopping cart. It's really cool. You can do these things with the He-Man figures. I think it's a lot of fun that you can actually do that. It takes a minute to set up, as you could see, or not see, but once you got it set up, you just got to bend him around a bit and get it all together. Thank you once again to CCSS for this wonderful donation to my YouTube channel, and thank you to all of my viewers and subscribers for watching today's video. Until next Prime, bye-bye for now.